Hi, my name's Dr. Rattray. I work here in the NICU, and that stands for the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. So we take care of babies here, babies that need help. Sometimes babies need help with their breathing or with eating. So I get to work here and take care of babies. And the favorite part of my job is helping babies right after they're born, and then also getting babies ready to go home so that they can be with their families.
Dr. Rattray, can you tell us what that bed is all about?
Yes, so this bed is an isolette, and it helps keep babies warm. So the baby goes in here, and it gives a little bit of extra heat so that small babies can stay nice and warm.
Does it help them, protect them from germs as well?
It can help protect against germs.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, the main thing is keeping them warm. Okay, and I have a story for you today. I actually asked, I read a couple of stories to my girls and asked them to pick a book, and they ended up picking this book, which is Ivan Early, which is a story about a baby who's born early. Okay. I have a new brother. His name is Evan Earl, but he doesn't live with us, not yet. Evan Earl was Evan Early and was born too soon. Dad says that Evan Early needs to stay in the hospital for a while to grow bigger and stronger. How long, I ask? We don't know yet, Natalie, Dad says. A long time. He pulls out a calendar and points to today. But every day you color in your calendar is one day closer to Evan coming home. I fill today in bubblegum pink. I can't wait to see my brother and start teaching him everything. A few days later, I get to see Evan Early for the first time. The hospital is big with lots of people racing around. I clutch Dad's hand so I don't get lost. He squeezes my hand back 2 times fast. That's our family's secret way of saying, love you. We do that in my family too, except for we do it 3 times for I love you.
Oh, I love that.
We turn the corner and see a wall of windows that look into the NICU, where my new brother stays. It's a busy place with lots of nurses and other tiny babies. Most are sleeping or crying in cribs under clear plastic covers, isolettes, Dad calls them. I see Mommy. I run for a hug. Then I scrub my hands with soap and water. It's important that I don't bring germs to Evan Early. He might get really sick. A nurse asks me to slip on a funny-looking, long polka dot gown. We tiptoe into the NICU. Evan Early looks like a raw chicken. He is red and bald and naked except for a diaper. His eyes screw up tight in his wrinkly face. Wires and tubes tangle around him like a pile of spaghetti. Some of these tubes give him medicine, Mom explains. This one helps him breathe. These wires count his breaths and heartbeats and take his temperature. There are so many machines puffing and beeping, I don't know how he can sleep. But Evan Early doesn't move or seem to know I'm here. How does he eat? Oh, Nat, Mom says, Evan is too little to eat, so he's fed milk through a tube. When he gets bigger, we'll try a bottle. But, I finish for her, but we don't know yet when yet. I show Mom my calendar. A funny crooked smile crosses her face when she sees that today is colored sunflower yellow. But then the light in her eyes fades and she turns back to Evan Early. The next time I visit, I have a surprise. I bring a little stuffed robin that Dad and I picked out. Evan the early bird, Dad says, snuggling in close to Evan amongst all the tubes and wires. Then a nurse comes. She changes Evan Early's diaper. He is so tiny she has to fold down the new one, and still it is too big. Instead of throwing the old one in the trash, she places it on a scale. Then she opens it up and pokes it with a little plastic stick. Ooh, what are you doing, I ask. She laughs. We check all of your brother's diapers. I wrinkle my nose. Even the stinky ones? You bet. The days go by on my calendar. The colored days turn to rainbow weeks, and the rainbow weeks add up to a block of color, like a little patchwork quilt. There are sky blue patches for the days that Mom and Dad hold Evan Early for hours, and some sherbet orange squares like the day the nurse takes away some of those noisy machines and Evan Early breathes all on his own. and one strawberry red one for the time I feed Evan Early part of his first bottle. But there are dark spots too. Shadowy gray days when Evan Early fights to breathe, muddy brown ones when lots of tests are done, and Evan Early's doctors frown. A bruised purple day when Mom tells me that Evan Early needs surgery, and nobody talks about the day that Evan Early will come home. Then a monster black day. When Dad and I get to the hospital, doctors and nurses rush around Evan Early. They push me out. Mom leans on Dad, and Dad's mouth draws up tight. They don't even look at me, don't see the picture I've drawn Evan Early, don't notice when Grandma comes to pick me up and take me home. For 2 days, Mom and Dad stay away. I'm scared and lonely. Will Evan Early be okay? What if Mom and Dad forget about me? At home, I poke at my toys and flip through my books. Grandma makes a lot of quiet phone calls and lets me watch TV all day. She teaches me some new games, but they don't keep us from thinking about Evan Early. Finally, Mom stumbles in the door on the 3rd day. Her hair is flat. She wears the same clothes she did the last time I saw her. Evan is getting better, she whispers as she hugs me. His medicines are helping him grow bigger and stronger. I take Mom's hand and pull her towards the game Grandma and I were playing. Mom, let me show you. Do you want to play too? I start setting up the game again. Mom puts her hand on my head and says, "Not right now, Natalie. The park? Do you want to go? Or you could read to me." I grab a book. Mom sinks into a chair. "Honey, I just need a shower and maybe a minute to rest." I throw my book across the room. "I'm getting bigger and stronger too," I shout. Then I run past her to my bedroom and slam the door behind me.
It can be really hard to be a big sister when you have a baby in the NICU.
Yeah. My calendar sits by my bed. I snatch it up, scribble thunderstorm green all over every page. Maybe I don't want to teach Evan Early anything. If everyone's going to always be so worried about him and not have time for me, maybe I don't even want Evan Early to come home. I kick and yell and throw things. Finally, I lie on my bed and cry. I'm just so mad and tired. Mom creeps in. She stoops to pick up the ruined calendar, then lies next to me on the bed. She flips through its pages. Evan Early sure has been in the hospital a long time, she says. It can feel like a really, really long time for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I snuffle and scoot over so I can rest my head near hers. She traces the days on the calendar with her finger. "You know, Nat, we still don't know exactly when Evan will be coming home. And even when he's here, he's going to need extra help." She closes the calendar and slides her arm under me. "But we won't love you any less, and it won't make you any less special to us." I snuggle in closer to Mom. I think about Evan Early, and how he doesn't get to cuddle at home like this yet. Suddenly, I don't feel mad anymore, just sad. I wonder if maybe there's some way I can help. Mom brushes my hair back so gently, and we both fall asleep.
I bet they're so tired.
The next day, Mom takes me to visit Evan Early and Dad. When we get there, I see that the machines are back again, humming and snorting. After hugging Dad, I stretch my hand out to touch Evan Early's tiny one. His dandelion stem fingers curl around mine. It may still be a long time until he comes home, but I guess I can start teaching him about our family here in the hospital. I gently squeeze his hand twice. Love you, Evan Early.
Thank you, Dr. Rattray.
Thank
What a
you.
great story for brothers and sisters when they have a baby in the NICU.
It's a great story.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Bye,
Thanks a lot.
everybody.
Bye.